Keep on going with the tasks in this lesson. I'm going to insert some rows. I'm going to merge I'm going to merge some cells, and I'm going to show you what to do. So yeah, we should be on this portion here. Select row 1, number 12. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert 2 new rows, I believe. Yep, you can see here we're going to insert 2 new rows. Okay, so what I'm going to do is in the top row, I'm going to highlight it here. I click on the column where we've got all the numbers. Okay. Once that's clicked on and highlighted, I will double click on my mouse pad and I will see insert. Okay, and that inserts a new row above the old one. And I'll do the same thing. So I'm still in here, still selected all the first row, double click on that, insert, and I've inserted 2 new rows. Okay, so now I want to, in cell A1, type the heading Disco Cost Sheeting. Okay, and then I'm going to make that bold, change it to a size 14, and change the color to red. Okay, so do this. Disco Cost Sheeting. Okay, and I will highlight the text there. Okay, I'm back in the Home tab. Select bold, and I want to change it to a red color. So yeah, let's go back to my font color, click the drop down arrow there, and I will select red. Great. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to merge all of these cells in number 1, and I will make a title sheet. Okay, so just go back to this, and I click on this. So I'm going to see which rows do they want. I want A1 to E1. I'm going to merge all those. Okay, so this is what I do. I go back. I can go back to this cell, and I can just, my thumb is pressed on my mouse pad, and I just scroll over with my finger, and I select this tab here, the Merge and Center. I click on that, and that gives me a nice, neat title. Oh, and I think I wanted to change the font size. Yep, change the font size to 14. So I'll just, once I'm in there, select the text, and I'll change that to 14. Okay. All right. Alignment, merge, yep. Did that. Okay, now I'm going to insert a footer. Okay, so I will go into the insert section. Oops, sorry. Oh, that's why I've got to click out of this. Okay, once I click out of that column, I can go back to insert. Okay, just going to expand this a little bit. Okay, and I can see here, so I'm in my insert tab. I just expanded my sheet a little bit so that I could see the header and footer. Okay, and what do I want again? Let's see, I want a footer. And what do I want on that footer? I want to put my name and class name on the footer. Okay, so I will go back to this. I'm in the footer here. Yep, I'm going to insert a footer. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, so that's my header because I can see that right there. So I'm going to go to footer. Okay, oh, no, sorry. Okay, select footer. Okay, now what do I want on that footer? I want my name and year number in there. Okay, so I can select one of these. Okay. Sorry, I'm just going to go back. Go to footer. Okay. I'm going to put my name in there. Okay, so it's Mr. Heslin, year 8. Okay, so yeah, just to reiterate, I selected the header and footer in the insert. I was in footer. Now I'm in the footer, so it's invisible right now. But clicked on go to footer, and then I just put in my information there in my footer. Okay, I'm going to save that. Okay, now I will get out of this. Okay. Okay. I will go back to my, okay, as I can see, I'm in page layout view right here. So I went back to view. I want to get back to normal view. Okay, so I went to I went to view, and I'm in page layout view because I added a header and footer. I want to get out of that, so I will go to click back on normal. Now I'm back in normal view. Okay. Okay. I want to create another formula. Okay. This time I want to go to cell E4 and write a formula to calculate the total cost for the hire of the hall. So that'll be the cost per night times the number of nights. Okay. And the number of nights is here in H3. Okay. So let's do that. Total cost again is this here, which is cost per night times number of nights. So it's cost per night times number of night, which is H3 here. Okay, so I do that again. Every formula I have begins with equals, equals, and I want to multiply the values in this cell times the value in this cell. So equal D4 times H3. And once again, Excel will highlight the cells that I'm going to use in my formula. So my formula once again is equal D4 times H3. Like I said, I want to expand that down. Okay, so I will click out of that. Yes, that's great. To click out of it, I will just hit enter. Okay. Now, remember what I said. I want to, and I could, if I wanted to, put in all of my formulas one by one, but that'll take a long time. Okay. Instead, I'm going to expand them all. I'm going to use what's known as a relative reference to expand them all. What? It's wrong. Okay, let me tell you why. Okay, let's have a look at this closely. Okay, so remember, we said, let's click on this again. Okay, so yeah, this formula is correct. I want to times D4 times H3. And once I was out of that, okay, I wanted to expand that formula all the way down. But look what happens. Okay, so I'm in E5. So let's highlight this. So this formula says I'm multiplying D5, which is this number here, times H4. Well, there's nothing in this, okay? Ooh, so 0 times any number, of course, is going to be 0, okay? So Excel is right. Well, how do I fix that if I want to drag and drop everything down? Once again, by hand, I could put in the proper cell. Great, and that's the right answer, okay? I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so that's the right answer, all right? But that's going to take a long time to do that, okay? To put in by hand all of those values. So I will tell you what we're going to do. We have to do an absolute reference, okay? And let me explain what that is. First, I'll do it. So what I'm going to do is around the H3, I'm going to put a $sign, oops, a $sign, on each side of that H. Okay, that's going to create what's known as an absolute reference for me. And I will show you what that does. Okay, so I've got D4 times $H $3. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to drag and drop now my formula all the way down. And it worked. Okay, great. I have now got the proper values in each of my cells. So the absolute value sign, what that does, putting that $sign on each side of that H, that tells Excel, hey, look, I'm going to drag and drop my formula down here, but I want to anchor the value to H3. Okay, so when I drag and drop, I'm not going to move down the H column. I'm going to stay here in H3, and I'm going to multiply whatever is in H3 times D5 or D6 or D7 or D8, etc., etc. Okay, that's what an absolute reference is. Very, very good tool to know. Okay, I think what I want to do next is probably format for pounds. Yep, so I'm just going to format all of my values in total cost to currency. Same thing, what I do is whatever's in there, I just highlight that column, double click on it by using 2 fingers on my mouse pad, format cells, currency, okay. Once again, it wants to do euros by default. I don't want that. I want to do pounds. English, United Kingdom, pounds. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm just going to expand. Okay, you can see these hashtags here. That just tells me, hey, there's a value in there, but the number's so big I can't see it. So I could I could move the column over like this, but quick way to do it. Remember when I'm at the top of the column, the double arrows, if I double click on that, shows me everything. Okay, all right, I'm going to stop this video then, guys, and continue on with a third video.